Hello, my friends. Again, I'm back this week with a bang. And I'd like to welcome you to another episode of John Sports Corner. And I'm getting rave reviews. Thank you so much for sharing and for subscribing. I would like to tell you, but I'm not going to tell you, that in the last week, we have had over 3,000 subscribers added to our platform. So thank you so much. It's all because of you. You're trending. You're pushing us to the top. We could never have done it without you. So again, let me say welcome to another episode of John Sports Corner. Welcome, John.
Thank you, Trevor. Good afternoon, family, friends, locked into John Sports Corner. Welcome again to the month of Dan for my 12 Tribe family.
Hey.
Thank you for visiting and staying with our global weekly update on the SosoBone Media Network, the global Caribbean media capital. Let me remind you to go to the Winner's Circle Radio store in the SosoBone shop and shop till you drop. Look, we have Thanksgiving coming up, and we have Christmas following Thanksgiving. So why not get a couple packets of the Great Jamaica Blue Mountain Coffee? Wouldn't it go excellently after Thanksgiving dinner, after Christmas dinner, a cup or two of the Great Jamaica Blue Mountain Coffee?
Yes,
And
yes.
some of you might like it with some condensed milk.
Ooh.
So, as I say, go again into the Winner Circle Radio store in SosoBone shop and shop till you drop. There are several items there. But let's talk sports as usual. Birthdays. Yesterday, Dwayne Bravo, Trinidad and Tobago and West Indies cricketer celebrated a birthday. Today, Lennox Valencia Miller, Olympic medalist out of Jamaica, would have celebrated a birthday today. Lennox passed a few years ago. As you know, he won silver and bronze in the men's 100 meters in 1968 and 1972. Dave Mohammed, Trinidad and Tobago and West Indies cricketer, also celebrates today. Tomorrow, Tara Sue Barnett, a discus thrower and Olympian, celebrates a birthday. Ronisha McGregor, world and Olympic medalist, she celebrates a birthday. Dion Hemmings, Jamaica's first woman, the first woman in the Caribbean to win an Olympic gold medal, celebrates a birthday tomorrow. Also celebrating tomorrow, Guyana and West Indies, former Guyana and West Indies cricketer, Mahendra Nagamutu. On Friday, Jamaica Olympic Association President Christopher Samuda celebrates a birthday. Also celebrating Friday, former Barbados and West Indies cricketer Van Bernholder, and another cricketer, former Trinidad and Tobago and West Indies cricketer, would have celebrated a birthday on Friday in Jerry Gomez. Also, another Trinidad and Tobago and West Indies cricketer would have celebrated on Friday, Claremont de Pisa. On Saturday, Nesta Carter, world and Olympic medalist, celebrates a birthday. Keith Boyce, former West Indies and Barbados cricketer, celebrated a birthday. Then on Sunday, Orlando Bennett, world champion medalist in the 110 hurdles just a couple of weeks ago, he celebrates a birthday. Next up for West Indies, Friday's second test against India at Delhi. India wiped West Indies out by an innings of 140 runs inside 3 days in that first test. We are hoping for a better result starting actually Thursday night, or should I say 12 midnight. You can tune in to West Indies and India at Delhi. Let's look at Women's Cricket World Cup at Colombo. Australia by 107 runs over Pakistan women. Australia women 221 for 9 from 50 overs. Beth Mooney 109. Alana King 51 not out. Nazra Shandu 3 for 37 from 10 overs. Ramin Shamin 2 for 29 from 10 overs. Fatima Sana 2 for 49 from 10 overs. Pakistan 114 in 36.3 overs. Sidra Amin 35. Kim Garth 3 for 14 from 6 overs. Annabelle Sutherland 2 for 15 from 8.3 overs. And Megan Shutt 2 for 25 from 5 overs. The player of the match, Beth Mooney. At Guwahati, England women by 4 wickets over Bangladesh women. Bangladesh women 178 in 49.4 overs. Subhana Mustarid 60. Rabia Khan 43 not out. Shamin Akhtar 30. Sophie Eccleston 3 for 24 from 10 overs. Charlie Dean 2 for 28 from 10 overs. Lindsay Smith 2 for 33 from 9.4 overs. Alice Cossey 2 for 31 from 8 overs. England women 182 for 6 from 46.1 overs. Heather Knight 79 not out. Nat Shiver Brown 32. Fatima Khatun 3 for 16 from 10 overs. Marufa Akhtar 2 for 28 from 5 overs. Player of the match was Heather Knight. At Lahore, South Africa women by 6 wickets over New Zealand women. New Zealand women 231 in 47.5 overs. Sophie Devine 85. Brooke Halliday 45. Georgia Plymouth 31. Nonkuluk Leko Mlaba 4 for 40 from 10 overs. South Africa women 234 for 4 from 40.5 overs. Tasmin Brits 101. Suni Luce 83 not out. Amelia Carr 2 for 62 from 10 overs. Player of the match, of course, Tasmin Brits. And at Colombo, India women by 88 runs over Pakistan women. India women 247 from their 50 overs. Harleen Dial 46, Risha Ghosh 35 not out. Jemima Rodriguez 32, Pratika Rawal 31, Diana Beige 4 for 69 from 10 overs. Fatima Sana 2 for 38 from 10 overs. Sadia Iqbal 2 for 47 from 40 overs. Pakistan women 159 from 43 overs. Sidra Amin 81. Natalia Pervez 33. Kranti Good 3 for 20 from 10 overs. Deepti Sharma 3 for 45 from 9 overs. Sneth Rana 2 for 38 from 8 overs. Player of the match, Kranti Good. In the United Arab Emirates Zimbabwe Women's Series at Bulawayo, United Arab Emirates women defeated Zimbabwe women by 8 runs to win the series 2 games to 0. United Arab Emirates women 130% from 20 overs. Tirtha Satish 44, Michelle Botha 36, Undercool Mabhiro 2 for 15 from 4 overs. Kodzai Shigora 2 for 25 from 4 overs. Francisca Shipare 2 for 27 from 4 overs. Zimbabwe women 122 for 8 from 20 overs. Modestir Mupachikwa 39. Lauren Firrit 31. Hina Hochandani 3 for 17 from 4 overs. The player of the match, Hina Hochandani, and player of the series, Esha Oza. India wicketkeeper batsman Rishabh Pant is on the mend and should be returning to action shortly. You may recall, Pant suffered a fractured right foot in the July Old Trafford test against England while attempting a reverse sweep against Chris Wokes. He is due to undergo fitness assessment at the Center of Excellence in Bangalore sometime this week. Regardless of the fitness result, he's expected to miss the white ball tour against Australia later this month. On that note, let's go to a break, but we have lots more to come. We'll be right back. Welcome back to John Sports Corner on the SosoBone Media Network, the global Caribbean media capital. And let's continue with cricket, lovely cricket. Guyana Shimron Hetmeyer has his goals set for 2026. And they are win the World ILT20 with his Desert Vipers, force his way back to the West Indies squad, and clinch the men's T20 World Cup.
Boy.
Hetmeyer says he is going to try to repay the faith shown in him. In track and field news, my race is not finished. It is simply a lane change. So said Shelley-Ann Fraser-Pryce as she officially announced her retirement from competitive track and field. Her announcement marks almost 2 decades of track and field excellence that saw her win 3 Olympic gold medals and 10 world championships, as well as, of course, several other global medals.
10 world championships.
Yes, gold medals.
You know, she might want to tell that to Noah Lyle, you know. Put his mouth off out there because in catch up here as much as Usain Bolt he says, he's equal them. But are we talking about off the field? Are we talking about Olympic gold medal? Huh?
Well, yeah, she has 3 Olympic golds and several world championship gold medals. Well, Shelley paid special tribute to her husband, Jason, who she called her anchor and her greatest teammate. And to her son, Zion, who reminded her that her greatest title will always be
Mama Rocket.
Mom.
Oh, I thought it was Mama Rocket.
Mom. Tom Brumlick, the coach of Jamaica's 800-meter national record holder, Navaski Anderson, to be awarded the Hector Smith Master Coach Award by the Jamaica Track and Field Coaches Association for helping Navaski become the first Jamaican to reach an 800 World Championship final. Anderson, who took the national record down to 1 minute 43.72 seconds in the Tokyo World Champions semifinal, went even faster in the final while finishing 7th in 1 minute 42.76 seconds. Other coaching awards will also be handed out. Lifetime awards will go to Danny Hawthorne, Leo Brown, and Rohan Oliver. Platinum awards to Marlene Hawthorne, Richard Johnson, and Rayon Patterson. The gold awards go to Dave Anderson, Sean Cunningham, Patrick Dawson, Michael McIntosh, Ashton Tamlin. And the silver awards go to Kevin Brown, Dwight Jones, Ricardo Williams, and Marlon Wilkie. The award ceremony will be held November 22nd under the theme sustainability through the development of coaches. World of Football, if you are in the US, they call it soccer, scores in the 24th edition of the FIFA Under-20 World Cup being hosted by Chile, Nigeria, and Colombia in a 1-1 stalemate. Saudi Arabia and Norway, 1-1 stalemate. Argentina 1-0 over Italy. Australia 3-1 over Cuba. France 6-0 over New Caledonia, while South Africa 2-1 over the USA. So it's down to the round of 16 now in the Under-20 World Cup.
Oh.
And Spain defeated Ukraine 1-0. Mexico 4-1 over Chile. Today's game will feature Argentina against Nigeria. Colombia plays South Africa. Paraguay takes on Norway, and Japan against France. Tomorrow, the US plays Italy and Morocco against Korea Republic. But can you believe Brazil not in the round of 16? In fact, they didn't even win a game in the group stage.
John, what can go so?
Where was this written, Trevor? How are the mighty fallen?
Empty pipeline, John, empty pipeline.
But meanwhile, Trevor, the war ravaged Ukraine, making it through to the last 16, although they lost their opening game to Spain 1-0. But I wonder those players, youngsters who played for Ukraine, what kind of heart they have to have been training while Ukraine is being destroyed by Russia.
But you know, John, I'm going to tell you this: when this travesty is over in Ukraine, I think that country is going to be a well-traveled country, you know, because they're establishing such grit and resilience right now. You know, that I mean, their brand is so strong, okay, and they're producing good athletes, like, you know, like some we have in the NBA.
Yeah.
Okay.
And certainly the heart that the Ukrainians have shown, the fight,
yes,
the resistance.
Yes.
You know? Anyway, Trevor, the final round of the CONCACAF World Cup qualifiers take place. Well, the October round is almost on us, so to speak. As the rounds kick off tomorrow, Nicaragua plays Haiti, Honduras plays Costa Rica. On Friday, Bermuda plays Trinidad and Tobago, Suriname against Guatemala, Curacao plays Jamaica, and El Salvador against Panama. October 13th, Honduras against Haiti, Costa Rica plays Nicaragua. October 14th, Curacao hosts Trinidad and Tobago, Jamaica hosts Bermuda, Panama at home to Suriname, while El Salvador will host Guatemala. And looking at the teams that have qualified for the 2026 FIFA World Cup to date, the automatic qualifiers, Canada, Mexico, and the US as host countries. Then there are Japan, New Zealand, Iran, Argentina, Uzbekistan qualified for the first time, Korea Republic, Jordan also qualifying for the first time, Australia, Ecuador, Brazil, Uruguay, Paraguay, Colombia, Morocco, and Tunisia. In Jamaica Premier League, scores from the weekend, Portmore and Racing in a 0-0 stalemate. Cavalier 2 goals to zip over Tivoli Gardens. Treasure Beach clipped Arnett Gardens 1-0.
Oh.
Harbour View by the same Bob Marley score 1-0 over Dunbeholden. Police and Malines in a 2-2 stalemate. Waterhouse and Mount Pleasant in a 1-1 stalemate. And Montego Bay United defeated Chapelton Maroons 2-1. 26-year-old Jamaica international Tyreek McGee has joined Mount Pleasant on a free transfer.
Oh.
Looking at this weekend's schedule, Malines United will play Montego Bay United. Dunbeholden plays Arnett Gardens. Mount Pleasant takes on Chapelton Maroons. Cavalier against Portmore. Racing plays Police. Treasure Beach against Waterhouse. And Tivoli Gardens will host Harbour View. And as far as the goal scoring table goes, it looks like this. Dwight Lincoln Merrick leads the goal scorers with 4 goals. He plays for Montego Bay United. Christopher Joel Ainsworth Cavalier 3 goals. Jordan Fletcher, Montego Bay United. Roshiki Errol Kelson, Raheem Porter, also of Treasure Beach, and Roshiki Errol Kelson of Arnett Gardens all have 3 goals.
Okay.
Another feather in the cap of Cavalier Technical Director Rudolph Speed, who has been selected to be a member of FIFA's Technical Development Committee. Congratulations, Sir Speed. Of course, you know, Sir Speed is now the technical director of Cavalier, who just got knocked out of the Caribbean Cup championships, club championships. But they are in a rebuilding stage. As I mentioned, they lost several players from last year's team, including their three of their main players in the captain, Richard King, who is now in Scotland, and a couple of strikers and a couple others. Congratulations in order to former reggae boy Ricardo B.B. Gardner. He is to be conferred with the OD in the rank of officer on National Heroes Day, which is on October 20th. Of course, B.B. Gardner was part of Jamaica's historic 1998 FIFA World Cup team. On that note, let's go to another break. And when we come back, we have some more football and a couple other things to share with you. We'll be right back. Welcome back to John Sports Corner on the SosoBone Media Network, the global Caribbean media capital, continuing with football and again, soccer here in the U.S. Are we looking at the CONCACAF Caribbean Cup tournament? And the semifinals are now set. The Dominican teams, O&M Football Club and Cibao, are in one semifinal, while Mount Pleasant of Jamaica will be playing the Defense Force of Trinidad and Tobago in the other semifinal. Interestingly, in 4 preliminary round games, Mount Pleasant have not given up a goal while scoring 7.
Yes, sir.
Manning Cup football in Jamaica. Calabar 2-1 over Wolmers. Jamaica College 4-0 over Vauxhall. Kingston College 4-0 over Haile Selassie.
Oh.
Mona 9-0 over Ascot. St. Andrew Technical High School 4-0 over Camperdown. St. Catherine 2-0 over Norman Manley. Eltham High 6-1 over Campion College. In the Costa Cup, St. Mary High, 2-0 over Port Antonio. Titchfield, 2-0 over Horace Clark. St. Elizabeth Technical, 3-0 over BB Coke. Lacovia and Magotty in a 0-0 stalemate. Christiana, the Bob Marley score 1-0 over Alphonsus Davis. Knox College 4-0 over Homewood. Ocho Rios 4-1 over York Castle. Ferncourt 1-0 over Brownstown. Yalas 5-0 over Fair Prospect. Paul Bogle and Morant Bay in a 2-2 stalemate, while St. Mary Tech defeated Iona 2-1. In National Women's Soccer League here in the US, Chicago Stars and Utah Royals in a 2-2 stalemate, Gotham Football Club and Seattle Reign in a 0-0 stalemate, Washington Spirit 2-1 over San Diego Wave. And we move on now to across the Caribbean, if you may. St. Lucia cricketer Akeem Ogist has been signed by MI Emirates for the upcoming season in the ILT 20 in the United Arab Emirates.
Wow.
His selection comes on the heels of his T20 debut for West Indies September 27th, as well as a strong showing in the recent Caribbean Premier League. Trinidad and Tobago cricketer Jason Mohammed, bent on playing at least one more season of first-class cricket for Trinidad and Tobago Red Force. He is 455 runs shy of 6,000 first-class runs and 3 centuries shy of 20 first-class centuries. And today, in cricket history, we look at the career of Pakistan's Fawad Alam, who made his Test debut against Sri Lanka in 2009 at Colombo. And he scored 168 on debut. He played 2 Test matches against Sri Lanka and 1 against New Zealand in 2009, after which he was dropped from the team. Fawad returned to Test cricket 11 years later in 2020 against England, and between 2020 and 2022, he played against England, New Zealand, South Africa, Zimbabwe, West Indies, Bangladesh, and Australia. And in that period, scored 4 more centuries. And that's where we draw the covers on John Sports Corner this Wednesday afternoon on the SosoBone Media Network. Thanks for joining us, and tell a friend that we span the sports globe. Remember to go to the Winner's Circle Radio store in the SosoBone shop. Pick up available merchandise that's there, of your choice, of course, as well as the great Jamaica Blue Mountain Coffee. Be safe as you enjoy the rest of this week. Vaya con Dios.